What was the one decision that changed the Middle East forever? A war that killed hundreds and thousands, destroyed an entire nation, and created chaos that still exists today. But here's the question nobody asking. Did America really invade Iraq because of weapons of mass destruction? Or was there another reason hidden beneath the surface? Before 2003, Iraq was ruled by one man, Saddam Hussein, a dictator feared across the Middle East. He controlled Iraq with absolute power. But after the 9/11 attacks in America, everything changed. The United States launched a global war on terror. And suddenly, Iraq became America's next target. But there was one major problem. America claimed Iraq had deadly weapons. Yet nobody could actually find them. In 2003, President George W. Bush told the world that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction. Chemical weapons, biological weapons, possibly even nuclear ambitions. The American government warned that Saddam Hussein was a global threat. Fear spread quickly, and many Americans believed another attack could happen at any moment. Soon after, the United States and its allies invaded Iraq. Shock and awe. Airstrikes lit up Baghdad. The war had begun. But after invading Iraq, American forces discovered something shocking. The weapons were never found. So if Iraq had no weapons of mass destruction, why did America invade? Some believe it was about oil. Iraq holds some of the largest oil reserves on Earth. Others believe America wanted more control in the Middle East. And some experts say the war was driven by fear after 9/11. But regardless of the reason, the invasion changed Iraq forever. The government collapsed, violence exploded across the country, and dangerous extremist groups began to rise from the chaos. And what happened next would shock the entire world. Because the Iraq War helped create one of the most feared groups in modern history. Years after the invasion, Iraq remained unstable. Thousands of civilians died, millions lost their homes, and eventually, groups like ISIS gained power inside the chaos. Many critics argued that the Iraq War created more problems than it solved. Even today, people still debate whether the invasion was a mistake. Some Americans supported the war. Others called it one of the biggest foreign policy failures in modern history. But the most disturbing part of the story came years later. Investigations later revealed that much of the intelligence about Iraq's weapons was deeply flawed. No active weapons program was ever confirmed. And the world began asking difficult questions. Could this war have been avoided? Was the intelligence manipulated? Or was fear after 9/11 simply too powerful? 2 decades later, the Iraq War remains one of the most controversial conflicts in modern history. The Iraq War didn't just change one country. It changed the entire Middle East. And even today, its consequences are still unfolding. Because sometimes, the most dangerous wars begin with a story the world chooses to believe.